From a diss track in high school to packing out SOBs, B.U.G. Antman, aka King Colony, has been carving his own lane with a sound that feels more like a universe than a playlist. Repping Atlanta with a style that's experimental, emotional, and way ahead of the curve, he's an artist who brings visuals, message, and music together as one. In this episode, we talk I See Colors, the deeper meaning behind Y'all Ugly, and how he's using everything from AI to fashion to build a world of his own, plus what it's like having Offset and Travis turn up to your track in real time. Let's get into it.
Free big brother Slimmer, 2019 got caught with a jammer. New bitch, she don't got no manners. She know I been drinking, come fuck with the scammers. 10 Allen, how I walk with the hammer.
Without Warning New York, episode 4, season 3, let's fucking go. We got a very special guest today. Introduce yourself for the people that don't know you and for the people that do.
Yeah, I go by the name B.U.G. Antman, aka King Colony. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the A, man. Just came out here, did a couple shows. Did a show at SOBs, so it's good to come fuck with y'all, tap in with y'all, most definitely.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
For the people that haven't listened to your music, how would you personally describe it?
Man, I would describe it as like it's a new world, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I like artists that create their own world with their shit. So whatever feeling that is, I feel like this world is more like, I mean, it's different. Like whatever sounds I'm on at the time, right? Like right now, I feel like it's just so more like vibrant type vibe type shit. But that's what I like world building for sure.
What was like the first world you really tried to create with your music, like early on?
I would really say the project I See Colors. Like I had the mascot for it. Like it was for I See Colors, it's the color palette head. You know what I'm saying? So we was using that as the mascot, and really just with the visuals. Like we really dove in with the visuals on that project. Like shot for like probably half the a video for half of the project. So and each time just keep bringing like our elements, whether it's a color grade or whatever. So it's really make it cohesive.
That shit's fire. In terms of like the one thing that I watch before I'd go into anybody's shit is their music videos, because I like to see like how they bring their music into the visual aspect. Like what made me fans of my favorite artists was looking at their music videos and watching them shits on YouTube. So is that something you did growing up? Like did you always want to just have dope music videos to go with your shit?
Man, I always knew like, and I did, by the way, like I used to go up and watch like Tyler videos, A$AP Rocky, like, you know what I'm saying? It's all the ghosts that do this shit. But you know, coming to the game, I knew I wanted to, you know, eventually get my videos, you know, up to that point, like how they had their shit coming, like, cause that's like I said, essential for like world building, like a visual representation of like the sounds you putting out. So yeah, visuals is very important to me, like that aspect of the shit for sure.
Yeah, I definitely fucked with Make Sense and 145 visuals for those, both heavy off the new tape. I like that they got different vibes too. Like one of them is more just in the city, rocking out in New York. The other one, you got a lot of colors, kind of more editing, more locations going on. So what was like the thought process with both of those?
So for Make Sense, my director Antman, he shoots like all my shit. Like we had an idea for that video for like probably like a year, bro, and we just always wanted to. And it also got the idea like for Make Sense, kind of got to get like simplified on some shit, but it still turned out fire. So, but yeah, that was mainly my director that, you know, had his hands on that bit for sure. 145, really same thing. We had Will Bloom. He shot that one. We shot out here in New York last time I was out here, but yeah, he sent me this this effect he wanted to do. It's called like the limitless zoom, and he showed me that shit. I was like, nah, bro, we gotta pull this off, bro.
Yeah,
it was like a tough shot to pull off. It's like you gotta angle each camera and frame it some type of shit, like take it with a picture. I don't know how the hell that nigga
Hold
do
up,
that
so
shit.
what is limitless zoom exactly?
So,
like explain what it kind of looks like.
It's like, so you see it's like a frame, and then into the frame is another frame, and then into that frame is another frame. It's just constantly zooming in, but it's one endless shot.
Okay,
So
yeah.
But yeah, once he showed me that, I was like, nah, we gotta put this off. So
Nice. Was film something that you were into, like just growing up? You talked about like the reason you wanted to make music is because you love world building. Like, what types of just art and projects were you into, like from a real young age?
Yeah, man, shit. I feel like I wasn't even really into movies, like I mean cartoons and shit. Like I used to watch cartoons and shit to like, you know, probably get inspired by that, but film is something that's more like a newer found like passion. Like when I locked with my director, like I kind of pretty much learned everything he did, like from him, like caught the same camera, you know what I'm saying? It's like shadow him when he's like, you know what I'm saying, I other shoots or just watching him edit. So like now I got a really good understanding how to do that shit myself for sure.
From the one things that I read about you, like the thing that like you growing up, you were really just like a kid that was outside.
Hell
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
just playing outside more than like
Yeah.
wanting to be inside. How did music come into your life that much then? Because I feel like honestly a lot of kids, young kids nowadays, get into their music by just like listening to it in their rooms, listening to it throughout school. But like it seemed like you grew up and wanted to be outside a little bit more. So how did you like fall into making music?
Yeah, so man, I just remember growing up, like my cousin used to babysit me and shit, like my older, and I used to just be around like a lot of upperclassmen, like as a young nigga. So like just hearing what they was listening to, like the Wayne, they used to put me onto the Wayne and shit, and like this whatever they was like, mainly rap, but mainly what they was listening to at the time, and I was always just like drawn into that. But I definitely was always outside, bro. Just fucking around outside, like. I don't know why, but I hated being in the crib. Like, even if I was in the crib, I'd go right back out, like, probably 30 minutes later.
Was there, like, a first album or something that really, like, connected with you?
Man. Yeah, I probably saw, like, a Carter 3, like, in middle school. When I heard a Carter 3, I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, this shit. But then, like, you know, so I started hearing, like, this, getting to other artists, especially in Atlanta, like Young Thug, Carti, you know what I'm saying, 21 Savage, the Migos, it's like Saw Baby, all those type artists, and it's really, because now it's like it's like a bunch of this branches off of this shit. So now I'm definitely just into the scene.
If you had to make like a ATL Mount Rushmore, what's yours looking like? Is it a lot of new cats? I'm just gonna let you do it.
So like
That's based off it.
Yeah. So my Mount Rushmore for the A, I'll say Future, Thug, Andre, and then T.I.
That's valid.
Yeah.
That's probably like the universal-ish one. I mean, I feel like people that are really big fans of Carti.
Yeah,
Will
he's
put Carti.
he's definitely like right there, bro. Honestly, I feel like
and Gucci. I feel like those are the other
Gucci's
two
another
that
one.
would be like
Most definitely.
generally up there.
I feel like everybody gonna have like Future, Thug, and 3 Stacks, like you said, and then it's just, do you want to go older or younger? Like you want like Carti or someone else from Atlanta that's pushing it, or like someone that started this shit.
Man, the fact like niggas like talking like he's like in that conversation now, it's like wow, like to see the growth he did for the city, coming from the city, bro. That shit's insane, bro. So
How early on did he just like really get the ears of Atlanta? Like, do you remember when you like first
most definitely, yeah.
heard Carti? Was it
Right.
Magnolia or was it like
Broke Boy,
before
like,
that?
It was Broke Boy, like when you know, a little after the Cash Carti. I guess it was that era, the Cash Carti shit. But man, I heard that song first time in high school. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, this shit is insane, bro. And then it's really just followed his like path up from there and seeing all the like shit he's like all the experimental sounds he's been doing and shit. It's like, nah, this shit is crazy.
Were you a big fan of Pierre? Because I think the one thing that like we both listen to your shit and we're huge Pierre Bourne fans. And in general, like it seems like the sound that you also gravitate towards sounds a little bit like it's based on production of early Pierre Bourne is the truth. And I didn't know if that was like something that you had also had an ear for growing up, or it was just like an Atlanta thing, because obviously his just influence stems in that area a lot.
No, I always been like the moment I heard like Pierre's production, like, I don't even know what the first time I heard, maybe it was like a Trippie Redd song, and I was like, yo, what the fuck, what beat is this? And then, you know, I started hearing the shit he did with Nudie, and then to Carti, it's just like, yeah, no, this nigga's just like this is like insane. So I always had a like, I always loved Pierre, even his music as well. Like I love all his projects. So the way he does his transitions and shit, it's like, nah, I'm definitely like taking notes from how he does that for sure, because like he got that shit unpacked.
Yeah, I feel like especially with the world building, like having the Life of Pierre series,
Yeah,
of course, and then the like good movie Made in Paris. It's like everything is, every new project is kind of just the new world, even if it's a continuation of what he's doing.
Facts, yeah.
In terms of just like when the first time you started spitting to a mic is and actually trying to make music, what time was that in your life?
So first time I made a song, freshman year, somebody dissed me. So someone dropped a diss track on me, so I had to respond to that shit. So that's what really got me on the mic the first time. And then once I seen the school was fucking with it, I was like, nah, let me keep going.
What year was this?
Shit, this was my freshman year, probably like 2015, 2016. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nah, it's crazy because, bro, when we were in high school too, like, it was just a period where everybody started making diss tracks.
Yeah,
like, it wasn't nothing
vicious, hating on
serious.
a nigga, like, I'm
but-
like, damn, bruh. I knew I couldn't go out like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I had my partners had the home set up. You know what I'm saying? I just went to the studio, laid some shit down. And, like, man, once I seen other schools started bumping, I was like, okay, nah, I got to keep going with this shit. But as far as seriously, like, I ain't really take the music serious. Probably, like, 2020, 2021, especially around the time I locked in with my director. Like, when we started coming with the visuals, that's when I started seeing, like, a lot of growth and shit. Most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing is, like, when I listen to your shit, especially your early shit, like, you can hear the progression in terms of you getting better, but you were incredibly talented in 2020.
That's
like,
fire.
were the people around you still, like, giving you compliments? Were people hating on you early on, or were you just, like, not giving a fuck at the time?
And I tune everything out, bro. Like, I just know Atlanta's, like, it's competitive. So, you know, it's, like, so many artists you know, trying to want to do the same thing that you know. So it's like I just gotta try to. I always knew I had to just stand out and just put the work in, cause like, man, I hate feeling outworked. So the moment I invested in like a home studio, like early on, I think that was one of the best investments I ever did. Cause now I just be at the crib, just locked in like a caveman, bro. Just cooking hundreds of songs, bro, like thousands of songs. So it's just like I feel like now I had to control. Like early on, I feel like I had control. Like okay, they may not get it now, but I know they don't fuck with this song. I just cooked 100 other songs. They gotta fuck with at least one of these shit. So it's like I always tune that shit out. But no, people still show love for sure.
When you were making like Goats on a Cliff, was it more of like a learning the whole process thing of like putting out a complete work?
Yeah.
And like you started to like just know what it felt like to put out something complete then?
Yeah, so I think that was around the time where it's like people started finding out you can drop your own projects on like DistroKid and shit. So as a young nigga, I was like, man, I want to see my shit on Apple Music. So I think that was just one of those projects to really, I was still, like you said, just learning the ins and outs of this shit for real. But yeah.
And then like, I feel like what you put out like I See Colors, that was really when you started to just be like,
Yeah.
now I can take albums to like a whole new level
definitely.
of like what I wanted to do with it. So what did you want to bring into it different for your latest AP or
Man,
EP?
Y'all ugly. So I wanted this one mainly to just be like cohesive, but not just one sound, like just different sounds. So I feel like that's a challenge, even with just a short amount of songs, like just making a project cohesive with different sounds on it. So I just want to, I think one thing that really helped is just having an executive producer though, like Frank Stacy. You know, he produced every track on there, so that helped definitely. Just crafting that cohesive sound. Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know if this is something that you did consciously, but I feel like one thing that is cohesive throughout is like the message. Like, y'all ugly, to me, it's like us versus y'all. Like, I got my team, fuck y'all. And it's funny because you say like you like to be outside, but then when you're talking about the studio, like it seems like your creative process is something that's more insular.
Yeah. So man, that's interesting. That's what you take from the that's hard. Like it's just, but yeah. So I guess the message for this project I'm really trying to give out is just like a lot of people is ugly on the inside. So I just really wanted to shed. I know I don't really talk about it much on the project, but it's just that whole idea about that in general is like, man, bro, because a lot of people are ugly on the inside. It's like, and to me, ugly, UGLY stands for you gotta love yourself. So I just wanted to push it on some like, you know what I'm saying, positive shit for sure.
Yeah. I read that when you were like, the acronym for ugly is really just you gotta love yourself,
Yeah.
which is like kind of what I took from the project. Like when you listen to the message of the intro, you are kind of like saying fuck you to like everybody else, but it's just also just more or less because like, I don't know, it's really not because they're ugly. It's just because like a lot of people where you come from were just out here hating on people because they just like really weren't like sane internally.
What about I fuck with the cover art on that shit. My boy David.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, no, actually,
That
I
was
drew
his
that.
first grade.
Yeah,
shit.
I drew that.
Really?
That's a self-portrait I drew in like first grade, bro. People always try to know David shit to it too. That I like that. Like,
Y'all did have the same art style. I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie.
nah, that's insane. But yeah, like that's a self-portrait. Like I drew that in first grade, and like it's always been like a refrigerator magnet on my folks spot. So one day I came and I grabbed it and I was doing this scanner and it's threw the sticker on it. I was like, nah, this shit's hard, bro. Like, and the fact that I thought I looked like that early on, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I thought I was ugly or some shit. So I wanted to use that. I knew I wanted to use that as a cover for sure.
No, yeah, I could tell that like
Yeah.
you probably saw that artwork parallel pretty well with the title, and kind of just be like, it just matches really, really well. We're just a basic question though, like, were you like a lot more light skinned when you were a kid? Because the color and all that shit is a little crazy.
Yeah, I drew myself big ass ears. Man, I don't know what the fuck I looked like, man. Maybe I was trying to be funny. I don't know.
I feel like I fuck with the idea of bringing back like art that you made as a kid though and using it like professional. Like it's like a little different. Like FKA Twigs kind of did that with the song with Northwest because it's like it was a hook that she wrote when she was like North's age, like 10 years old
I
or
didn't
some
know
shit
that.
like that.
That's hard. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, bro, kids are the most creative people because, you know, just their imaginations. And, like, you know what I'm saying? As you get older, people kind of just, like, shut down their imagination and just look at reality and shit. But, man, when we were kids, bro, I feel like we were at the most creative points in our life, bro. Like,
Yeah.
just new to the world, you know what I'm saying? So,
You just have no like actual like things to bite from.
You feel me?
When you're a
Yeah,
kid.
just having fun,
Like when you're
bro.
like 20,
Yeah.
25, older than that, like when you're like, all right, let me be creative and make something, you're going to take inspiration from somewhere and you just
Yeah.
have way too many sources to take inspiration from. When you're a kid, you just haven't lived enough life to even have those inspirations.
Exactly.
So you're just putting down like what you're feeling and sometimes it turns into self-portraits.
no, most definitely,
Like
bro.
this.
Yeah, man.
The one thing that I also want to like start getting at is like just like when like your self-image as an artist started to like be more out there, like was just like, I mean, obviously into fashion, wearing a V-suit chrome and shit like that. In Atlanta, was that something that like had to be done when you're going to school? Did you get into it later?
Man, honestly, in high school, I was still getting swaggy with it. It was more so like some sweats. Just like I had all the Nike hoodies. Like, I had a different color hoodie and shit. But then I started styling like, you know what I'm saying, the designer shit a little after probably my senior year type shit. I started getting into that shit. But man, yeah, no, fashion, bro. Like, especially in Atlanta, like we really coming on some fashion shit. But it's like, man, New York out here, like y'all niggas got that shit, bro, for sure. But nah, I'm definitely, you know, trying to.
I think Atlanta's become like a very, very close second.
Yeah,
like
most
it
definitely.
always had. I feel like New York has kind of always had it.
Yeah.
But nobody had really talked about Atlanta just because like there was definitely an era that was like the skinny jeans got a little bit out of
Type
hand,
shit, yeah.
and like that look definitely kind of got crazy. Was that real? Like, would you go to school and just see?
Yeah,
it was
man,
like
skinny
literally
jeans.
insanely tight skinny jeans on every dude.
Bruh, everybody's rocking the skinnies, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you seen that a lot. Then I remember Yachty, he had said some shit when he was like, oh yeah, I think Atlanta dress better than New York, and they
Yeah, he got
crucified
heat
him,
for
bro.
it.
I was like, damn, bro. But nah, like, Atlanta definitely coming with that shit, most definitely though. Like,
No, yeah. I feel like Atlanta's a really good fusion, at least as of right now. And in terms of just like New York, there'll be like some crazy outfits, like some really more out there stuff that you'll be like, obviously this person's like trying to express themselves.
yeah.
That might not be it. There's
Yeah.
less of that in Atlanta. But in terms of like being at the forefront of trends right now, Atlanta has to have it. At least like from just like, I feel like if you look on Instagram or your For You page or whatever, like most dudes are like really biting like Yachty, Carti, like even Future right now. But in terms of like kicks and stuff like that, what was like typical Atlanta footwear? Because New York, it's like Timbs and Forces,
Timbs
really.
and Forces, man. Shit, like as last shit, really it was Forces. For me growing up, it was really just the Forces, Jordans. But now I feel like it's like Ricks, Balenci, shit, man.
The cost of entry to get fly
Yeah.
is kind of
Right.
gone a little bit higher than it used to.
Nah,
Because you
for
really
real,
used
bro.
to just be able to have like a cool pair of Forces.
That's facts, bro. that shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Is there any people you look up to in terms of like style or anything like that? Because I feel like a lot of people in Atlanta would say Thug.
Oh yeah, Thug, no, for sure. Like Thug was one of them niggas that was putting that shit on, like, you know what I'm saying, very early on in his career. Like, you go back and see some of his fits he was pulling off, it's like, what the fuck? Like, even Andre too was another one, like, he was coming crazy with the fashion, bro, from Atlanta. Carti coming stupid with the fashion, like, shit, ASAP, like, Yachty, Tyler, like, there's a lot of like, well-dressed artists for sure.
Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's any what trend do you think is coming up in like 2025 that's just about to be the next big thing?
Do music and just like general fashion.
Yeah, facts.
So, for music, I don't really know what the current trend is. I feel like probably just, I think the current trend now, at least for production, is just that heavy ass, obnoxious bass type shit. That's been a trend. I'm trying to like push this. I've been fucking with the AI shit. I ain't gonna lie.
In your production?
Like in my like
your vocals?
My vocals, yeah.
How do you use it? That's actually mad interesting.
Yeah, so I would hear certain artists like flows or cadence or some shit like, and I'll be curious like how my voice sound like doing this. So I found like a site to where I upload like probably I got this mad vocal stems recorded on my shit, so I'll upload like 30 minutes of me just talking or rapping, and I'll learn my voice. Mm-hmm. So now that I have my voice, I can just swap my vocals out with any, you know what I'm saying, like anybody or anything, like really, like I can get like a monster alien sounding, or you know what I'm saying. It's just shit I'm still tweaking. Like it's still long way to go to where I can really fuck with it, but I'm cooking some interesting shit. I ain't gonna lie. Just
you could do like ad libs and stuff like that too.
Hell yeah, I could do like, man, I could really get creative with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's still definitely some polishing for sure.
What about the production? Is that still something you want to like lock in with like producers to make sure your shit still like works with the vocals and everything like that?
Man, so it's like I produce too, so like I understand BPMs pretty much. So it's like it's really just matching up the BPM like.
So with the AI, it's like you trained the model to like understand your voice or how you want your voice to sound ideally.
Yeah, so like it kind of pretty much learned my voice. Like I uploaded like this 30 minutes of me just talking or rapping. So now once it analyzes that, it can learn my voice.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
So would you like do that? How would it work? So would you like maybe take like a rougher idea, like maybe you're like mumbling through something or like figuring it out, and it would like make your voice sound more polished, like take it to the next step of a song, or how does it look?
See, I wouldn't come in mumbling. Like it gets confusing. Let me see how I would do it. So like,
yeah, it's like, give an example.
So say like I hear a song like a UK artist, she rapping, he got the UK flow, right? I don't have a UK accent, but I want to see how my voice sounds like with that. I would download the stems on some shit and then kind of like swap the voice just to experiment. Then I would like, I don't know, it gets tricky, bro. Yeah. It gets tricky.
I feel like it's almost like you're making like reference tracks for yourself, kind of. Or would you release those vocals?
I'm not sure if I would release them yet, but like I said, it still needs some polishing. But
it's just something
I'm just trying to be,
helps,
you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to experiment with this shit because I know where to route this shit. It's like it would be dumb to just ignore it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like even when Auto-Tune came out, like people they didn't really accept it at first, but like you look at it now, everybody's utilizing it. So I feel like AI, even with music, is just a tool that, you know what I'm saying? I want to get my hands on early, bro.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like if you're using it as a tool, like Auto-Tune, like you said, but all the ideas are you from your head, like that's just another tool to help you like achieve your creativity and what you want to do. So that's fire. It's definitely a big trend this year.
Hell yeah, bro.
In terms of just like other general questions, like going through your experience, I feel like something that people would just be super interested to talk about is like how what your perspective was and how it went about you getting signed.
Oh man,
because I know like I mean just in general, like a lot of people want to have a record deal, obviously, get signed, get discovered, and people are trying to discover artists. What was your experience like from like the very beginning to when you were just like, there's a chance of me getting signed, and then it actually happening?
Man, so it's like, bruh, I just remember when they're like, the calls, the offers is coming in early. It's just like, bro, once it comes, like it comes fast, bro. It's like, like even with a lot of artists, they don't know, like, man, once you get like your first offer, bro, now you have leverage, bro. You can use that offer as leverage and shit. So when you talking to these other, labels, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta have the right, right team around you and shit. But man, for me, like, bro, that shit was crazy. Like this, even me and like going to labels and meeting, or even artists, saying that wanted to work with me at a point, just going to meet them, like Travis Scott in Atlanta, like, and I mean Offset, like, so nah, it's shit still a lot to process, bro, to be real. But I like to keep my head down and just keep working, bro. It really, and it's like this shit in autopilot really for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Was there anybody that you saw and you were just like, oh shit, like I'm in the same room as this person? Or is it just like, how does that happen? Like when you just like randomly run into Travis, how does that happen?
Nah, so like, man, so I was at the Travis show, when he was like, I think he had back-to-back shows in Atlanta. I went to both of them. I was backstage, with my boy Busy, my manager Busy, and it's like, we was bumping the project, Icy Colors, and like Busy's like, hold on, I gotta go grab Offset. I was like, Offset, and he like, what the fuck? This nigga walks in while Offset, and I think my song Hard to Decipher was playing, and he walked in with the stank face shit. I'm seeing this, like, me being from the North, man, seeing like a legend, like, you know what I'm saying, Northside legend, like, rock with my shit. That shit was like very, you know what I'm saying. Then Jordan Poole came on, the next song Jordan Poole came on, and then fucking Travis walks in, and now they both like, so like even seeing validation for those two artists, like, you know what I'm saying, I really seen that I really respect, like seeing them like just even turn up, get lit to my shit, bro. It's like really told me like, yeah, I got this shit, you know what I'm saying. So that's what definitely, you know what I'm saying, keep me going.
I had to immediately go to the studio after that and just
bro, absolutely.
in.
Like, bro, what? You know what I'm saying? Nah, I made some heat that night for sure.
Do you still have the same studio progress? It seems like you're really just more about like recording by yourself, locking in, and like, because you have a fine ear for like what you want a song to sound like. So
man.
Is that still your process?
You know, like, I guess now, you know what I'm saying, like I'm going to more studios, you know, just as far as like networking. Like, but man, I prefer honestly just cook up at the crib, bro. Like I got the home set up. I know how to engineer. I know how to mix, like, you know what I'm saying, produce everything. I know how to do everything self-taught. So it's just like, I know my sound. Nobody knows my sound better than me, I feel like. So, and I just feel like I'm alone. When I'm alone, just, you know, talking to the mic, bro. That's when I produce the best music for sure.
Yeah. I feel like it's mad cool to see how your like thought process comes out into your music too. Like one song I fuck with, I Want to Go MIA. Like on that
fire.
shit, you say, one thing you said is like something like, I don't know if I want to sign. Like I think I could do it myself type shit.
Yeah.
And then also like it seems like the general theme of that shit is just talking about how like other cities that you visit is fun, but like kind of distractions type shit.
Yeah, bro. I feel like at the crib, man, I can really just get full on like experimental with my craft, bro.
What are some like sounds that you want to experiment or that you've begun experimenting with, like that we might see released in the future?
As far as sounds, man. So like with my projects, bro, I don't want any of my projects to sound the same, bro. Like I want to go through eras and shit. So, you can definitely expect like, my next like project I'm still not done with Y'all Ugly, cause I feel like me and Frank, bro, we cooked like 500 songs, just narrowed down to 8. But we coming with Y'all Too Ugly like right after, and you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be like on some more different shit. Like
Y'all Too Ugly would be fire.
Yeah, man, we coming.
You already had
the
the second pulled up. That is fire though.
Yeah, man.
Do you think it's gonna have like a similar sound to it, or just like some other ones?
It's gonna be similar. Cause I really love this like this world we're building with this shit. So it's like, man, I feel like we shouldn't be done yet. Like, it's me and Frank just got so much heat tucked, bro.
I do feel like people really, really do fuck with like Tortoise, Over Knees, and stuff like that. Like if you bring a similar sound and the flow to that, like the people definitely, like there's so many people, not even in the US but around the world, that like really want music like that right now. Because like you said, in your trends, there's a lot of fucking noise.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say it's like there's people that do it really well.
Yeah,
but there's also some artists that still are just like, obviously so influenced, especially out of Atlanta or other cities like Detroit, Memphis, and stuff like that, that sound like very popular artists coming out of that area. And your shit is generally very different out of like what the most popular sound is.
But you
in
know,
your
I
city
can't.
right now.
Yeah, I can't knock it because you know, like people want to turn up, people want to rage and shit. I'm just trying to find a way to rage. I still want to rage. I just want to find a new way to do it instead of just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but there's definitely ways. Like I've been experiencing. I've been like cooking up some crazy shit out. Like get the people lit. Like I know it's niggas gonna turn up to this.
What is
shit.
the energy at your shows normally like? Like the SOB show.
SOBs?
What was the crowd like in there?
So with the artist lineup, it wasn't more like, you know what I'm saying, underground type artists, but man, like songs still got them lit. Like it was still turning up on some shit like it would be like an underground, like. So nah, I was fucking with the love out here for sure.
How do you want to bring Y'all Too Ugly to the crowd as well? Like same vibes and just like fully
Man,
go crazy? Because I feel like a lot of it is like also a bit melodic and like laid back, but it's just so different when you see an artist in person and in concert that it kind of just like brings a different energy out of everybody.
yeah, bro. Like I just want to continue building that world. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got the Bag Man. That's the mascot for the project. More recently, I started popping out with like the ugly prosthetics, like the big ass ears and the big ass nose and shit. So it's just like, it's a lot of room I can like do with this shit. So I just don't want to be over. I don't want it to be over with. And like I said, I just got like a lot more music I want to release. Like, you know what I'm saying? With Frank.
Speaking of images as well, I feel like one thing that I seen was like when you had red dreads, did people not like mistake you for Sofago at points?
Type shit. Like I ain't gonna lie, yeah, they would like occasionally, but I mean all the time really, like when I had the red shit. But man, that shit comparisons is gonna come. Like I remember like Travis and like ASAP, like people they used to get compared all the time. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's just some shit as an artist you can't avoid, bro. Like, you know, I feel like sonically wise, like I'm not trying to sound like anybody or anything, but yeah, the comparisons always, you know, people are always gonna make comparisons.
Why do you think like major streaming platforms put your shit as like alternative? Do you think it's just because it's not like Atlanta trap or like really just like underground, I guess?
What you mean? What major streaming? Like they put my like the project as on like some of the songs?
No,
or?
like I think some of the songs come up under like alternative playlists. Like
yeah,
I mean, like
yeah.
because like Spotify has its own algorithm, right? Like if I'm like streaming your shit and I go to like my hip hop alternative mix, like your shit'll be in there, or like even like some blogs will put like alternative and hip hop in the name of that genre.
That's interesting, man. Like, man, if it's not traditional, I'll fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as that's different. So, I guess it's not the typical Atlanta sound. So, nah, I'm rocking with that.
Well, that makes sense.
I'm rocking with that.
Is there any other places that you really like want to go to and perform? Like I know this was your first concert in New York, but like if you know your streaming numbers and like where people are really listening to your shit, what other cities do you really want to shout out and like hit soon?
Man, Japan, bro. Japan been fucking with my shit heavy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's like looking at the statistics, man. I definitely want to get out there. I was supposed to go out there earlier last month, but
We leave for Japan next week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, Brad, y'all go, Brad. Man, yeah, I was supposed to go out there early last month, but I had the opportunity to get in with Tizo Touchdowns. Like that was one of my favorite artists, bro. So like I had to get in with him.
Have a bar about that before you knew that, or did that come after?
I think I
you
did,
knew?
bro. I cooked so many
this is
songs.
recent then, so that bar was like just like
Yeah.
from some other like Tizo Touchdown reference.
Yeah, man. Like I cooked so many songs, bro. It's like I feel like I find myself manifesting shit a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like unintentionally. So I most definitely probably did have a Tizo reference and like some whole old shit. But
What are you doing with him now?
man, so man, we cooked a couple tracks in Atlanta when he came out there. But man, I'm ready to get at least one of them bitches out, really, for sure. And then you know, hopefully get a vid shot for that shit. That shit
would go up as fuck if
Most
y'all got
definitely.
the whole vid together. Because I know that shit would just be directed OD. Because obviously people know him as just like a crazy artistic person,
Yeah.
bringing his shit to life. So that shit would be crazy.
Yeah.
What about Japan would also speak to you? Like, obviously, it seems like you want to go just to go to
Bro,
Japan,
what?
too.
I'll come back with so much inspiration, bro. It's just like a whole new world out there, bro, out here. So, yeah, bro, I definitely want to get out there, man. It's like, fuck with the food, fuck with, you know what I'm saying, the scenery and shit, like.
Are you into
fashion.
traveling as well? Is that something you really want to aspire to do? Or is you
Yeah.
just like more about like seeing what other people got going on in different cultures?
Man, I'm just a little bit of both. Like, so, like, my director, he would get booked in, like, probably, like, London or wherever, and I would just travel with him, and then we'll shoot some shit on the side after, you know, he handle his business and shit. But, like, I every time I travel, bro, I get some inspiration. Even this New York trip, like, I'm finna come back, and I know I'm finna make some heat. It's, like, it's everything that's been happening, so, yeah.
What was
bro.
inspiring about New York? Like, what has kind of stuck with you? Or, like, what has always stuck with you from, like, when you come here? And, like, what brings you back?
Man, bro, just the love out here, the emotion, bro. Like, it's the way, like, I'm starting to move out here. It's just like I honestly want to get like a 6-month lease out here for the summer and just go crazy. It's network, cook up. You know what I'm saying? Just perform, just really build out here. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like every artist that comes to New York, they go crazy, bro. Like, whether it's in like 6 months or however amount of time period, but it happens fast out here, bro. Real shit. So I just really want to come out here and just build.
Yeah, no, that's definitely why we even wanted to move to New York too. Because
Yeah.
everybody always hustling.
Yeah.
There's something going on every single day. And the summer's definitely the best time to be here too.
Yeah,
It gets
that's what I
cold as
hear.
fuck in the winter.
Yeah,
You don't want to be
there's
outside
definitely
as much.
You on the right trend. In terms of just like what you have going on in Atlanta, are there a lot of like artists or, I mean, it seems like you're really close to your director and other producers.
Mm-hmm.
Is there other like things keeping you in Atlanta or like close artist friends and stuff like that you want to continue to work with?
Man, Atlanta's like, bruh, it's just like the show Atlanta almost on some shit. So it's still a lot of inspiration. It's so much random shit happening. Like, I'm still getting a lot of inspiration from the city. So it's like I don't want to quite leave there yet. And like I'm still trying to build out there for real. And like you said, there's a lot of artists I want to continue working with. You know what I'm saying? Project for sure, Backwards. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people I'm locked in with out there. I just want to keep, you know what I'm saying, cooking up for sure.
If you had to like restart your career from like day one,
Yeah.
how would you really go about it right now though?
Man, I honestly wouldn't change nothing, bro. Like, I like the fact Nick came out and dissed me, and you know what I'm saying, I stood up and did some shit, like came back and responded. That sound like a dope origin story, I ain't gonna lie.
What if you were an artist like just starting right now though? Like if you were about to.
That's a good follow-up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's different ways you could have taken that
Yeah.
question.
Nah, man, so if I'm just starting up now, I have no knowledge, right? So I'm erasing all the knowledge I learned throughout.
Yeah, no tracks released, no fans.
Like, shit, man. I'll probably, I'll try, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to get in the studio as much as I can, but first step was just get like a home, invest in a home studio so I don't have to keep blowing mad money at the studio and shit, going back and forth with engineers and shit. So I'll just get my own shit, learn it. And once you learn it, you know what I'm saying, you don't gotta be nice at it at first. You still learning with this shit. So, man, now you do that, you got control, really. You know what I'm saying? You control how much you cook up. It ain't shit. It's nothing to drop now. Like, you sign up for DistroKid or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Find a team. It's really try to start, like, building, bro. Like, shooting videos, being strategic, how we get them out. You know what I'm saying? Right pages to hit, ads.
Yeah.
Shit like that. I feel like I would learn, like, on the way, but
I feel like just anything creative, like the best process is just make as much shit as possible.
Yeah, hell
Pick
yeah.
the couple ones that are
that's what I
decent and
always tell
perfect
people,
them.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, the first time, bro, cook as much songs as you can, bro.
Yeah, I feel like people always ask you like how you did it, but like I feel like it's always like when people say you got to put in your first like 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like
It's that simple, bro. It's like, gotta put in the hours, bro.
we
Well
always like
over.
to ask and finish up just
Sure.
by saying people like tell the kids what's good. What do you got some good words for
Like words of inspiration
young
for
kids
the
coming
youth.
up?
Yeah, man, stop being ugly, bro. Stop being, you know what I'm saying? When I say ugly, I'm not talking about, like, your appearance and shit, bro. Because, like, you shouldn't, first of all, I shouldn't be judging people by their appearance, but stop being ugly on the inside, bro. Like, don't be online trolling and shit, bro. Like, I remember I posted the the shit with the nose.
Yeah.
Y'all go through the comments. He has a big nose. What they say, take that yam off your face and shit like that. I feel like, man, that's just proving my point with the message I'm trying to give out. Y'all ugly. Like, what if that was my real nose, bro? What if that was my real face and shit? And y'all on the line, y'all like and shit like this, constantly hating and shit. So like, yeah, just that'll be my message, bro. Love yourself. You gotta love yourself. EGLY. And yeah, bro, bring up greatness. Most definitely. That's my message. Yeah.
Hey, without warning.
Free big brother slammer. 2019 got caught with a jammer. New bitch, she don't got no manners. She know I been drinking, come fuck with the scammers. Sam Allen, how I walk with the hammer.